Hello everybody and welcome back to Teachers Talk Money, where I help teachers master their money in order to give back to themselves. Today I am filming a super quick June budget update video as promised because once again for the month of June, just like back in the month of May, I had to estimate the amount that I would get for certain stipends that I was receiving, my coaching stipend, part of it, and part of my newspaper stipend, which I get for sponsoring the school newspaper. And as I said in my original June budget video, I would come in with an update if my stipend amount was totally off. And I was a little bit off in the estimation, but not by too much. But I still wanted to just check in and let you guys know what I'm planning to do with all of the money coming in. So if you watched my June budget video, you know that I was expecting to receive 2 partial stipends, and I estimated that amount to be about $1,800. Like I said in the video, this was a conservative estimate, and so the actual amount ended up being more than that. The total amount ended up being $2,114, which is $314 more than I was expecting. And in addition to that, I also had a category for rollover this month because I knew there was going to be a lot of money in my other fund that I didn't end up spending but still wanted to use this month. And that amount ended up being $144. So total, I had about $450 more to allocate to different places. So the first thing I did was increase my moving fund by just a little bit. I had previously allocated $1,300 for this, and I just upped this by $45. I also wanted to chat a little bit about my reasoning for the big moving fund, because as you know, in addition to this $1,345, I also sent $900 previously from my tax refund into this moving fund as well. My reasoning for this is that I just have a lot of unknown costs. So we are hiring a moving company for the first time. We've DIY'd our moves every single time before this, and I really didn't have any experience or any schema of how much a moving company would cost, so that was part of the reasoning. In addition to just wanting to be able to cover security deposits, prorated rent, all of that good stuff. And because we're moving into quite a different space and we have now, we know at this point which apartment we're moving into, we have very different furniture needs, so there are a couple of things I need to purchase. We're actually going to have an office space in the new apartment, which I'm so excited for. And for that reason, I need to get an actual desk and desk chair because while I've been working from home here, I've just been working at the dining room table, which has not been ideal. So that's one example. We may also get a new couch at some point. There's just a lot of little upgrades and things that I want to be able to just have a fund for. So it's not just money for the actual move itself, but also for furnishing and decorating the new space should we need to. The other piece of this puzzle is that we're doing this move over the summer, and as you guys know, I live off of my savings in the summer. I save a certain amount so that I can live in July and August comfortably, but I'm not quite meeting all my savings goals at the same time. And so things are a little bit tighter for me in the summer months. And so for that reason, I also just wanted to have plenty of money, probably more than we will need, for any unknowns that come up with this move. So with all of these question marks, even though I don't think we're going to completely ball out and spend all this money, I just want to feel comfortable, and that's why I have this big moving fund. The next thing I did, and really the biggest change I made, was I increased my other fund to $500, and it was previously $150. Again, the reasoning for this, same as last month, is just I have a lot of purchases that I've been wanting to make for a while, mainly replacing old clothing items and things of that nature, but also I'm buying my summer reading from independent bookstores. There are a couple of plants on my wants list. So in order to make these purchases, I just upped my other fund to give myself a lot of wiggle room. I also increased my gift fund from $60 to $100 just to give myself a little bit more space for those gifts. I have a lot of birthdays that just happened, so replenishing that as we go along the year. And I also increased my business fund from $77 to $100 as well, again, just to give myself a little bit of space and wiggle room. So as you guys can see, especially now that my Roth IRA is fully funded for 2021, I'm really just kind of giving myself more space in these savings accounts that have previously been enough, but I like to just feel a little bit more comfortable and not feel like things are super tight with these accounts that kind of have an unknown amount, in the sense that I just don't know exactly how much all of these little things with the move are going to add up to. I just don't know how much every gift is going to cost me when birthdays and Christmas comes around. Which of course I'll make do with whatever amount is in my savings account without having to dip into other accounts, but it's just nice to have a little bit of space and wiggle room. I also have other changes coming up this month. So one thing is that I believe I will be getting a new car, which was kind of unexpected. As you guys know, I plan to drive my 2000 Toyota Camry into the ground, but my brother just graduated high school and he's planning to start working in the coming months. And so my parents asked all of the other older siblings if we were willing to upgrade our car, ready for a new car, so that Joseph could take one of our old cars. And none of my siblings were really ready or willing to do that. And like I said, I was planning to drive this one into the ground, but I've had my car fund money sitting there for a while now. And so I'm in a position where I'm able to do that. And so I figured, why not upgrade my car, get something a little bit nicer for myself, and let Joseph drive my old beater car for a while. So once again, yet another unknown that's happening in these summer months, which is a time when I'm living off of a little bit less income because I'm just living off of my savings, which are not totally bare bones amounts, but they're also not the normal income that I have to kind of play around with month to month. So anyway, you'll see all of this pan out probably in my July and August budgets, but I just wanted to give you a little update for June and sort of a preview of what is to come, which, as I've said, many transitions are happening this summer. And while it's a lot of unknowns, I have to say I've never been more grateful to have a budget and have these separate sinking fund accounts, so I know exactly how much I can spend on each and everything. I'm also incredibly grateful that I was able to max out my Roth IRA for this year already, because I'm not feeling like the FOMO of like, oh my gosh, I'm not investing enough. I have set the amounts, it is maxed out. My investment contributions to my 457 are done for this year as well. And so I can really focus on just giving myself a little bit more breathing room in these savings, aka sinking fund accounts. Anyway, that was a lot of like little random info, but I hope that you enjoyed this June budget update video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing week, everybody. Bye!